Hi, and welcome to Issaquah Buzz, where we talk about all things business in Issaquah, from retail gossip to new restaurants. My name is Autumn Monahan, and I work with the city's communications team. And I'm here with my coworker, Jen Davis Hayes, who's our economic development manager, and my favorite person to gossip with. Hi, Jen. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Nice to see you again so soon.
I know. We had quite a fun Saturday together, which we'll get to here in a moment. But
Yes.
before we turn to talking a bit about our weekend, make sure to stay tuned for the end of our podcast for a spotlight on Being Salon, located at Sola Salon in Issaquah Highlands. All right. So back to our weekend. So Saturday, you and I met up at Burgermaster, and they had their soft opening. And it was just so exciting that something was happening and finally there, and we could taste the classic Burgermaster food. So let's talk a bit about kind of what's open, what's not. Starting with, so it's not just the restaurant that's open. They have started with a food truck. And when you and I drove up, I was surprised that it wasn't just like a walk-up food truck.
Yeah, so you actually they're doing drive-through, and so they have signs, so it's pretty easy to follow around. So you're basically driving around the whole building to come up around on the other side, and it's a great layout if you think about it. And I think they're considering continuing the drive-through once they open the restaurant. So they're testing it out now, but it's great to see there was quite a few people there who were testing it out on Saturday in the beautiful weather that we had.
Yeah, great weather. It was, I brought my family. We went to Confluence Park and brought our food there. It was wonderful. So let's do a rundown of the menu. So of course, just regular, their burgers, cheeseburgers, Bacon Master. They also have a garden burger, which my daughter was thrilled about. She's a vegetarian. That was delicious. A BLT. There are classic fries with all the different dipping sauces. Yes. And then they do have shakes. So limited selection of shakes, but some of the classics, the strawberry chocolate, vanilla, and Oreo, which was really good.
Yeah, I had the strawberry one. It was yummy.
And then all sorts of fun free add-ons you can put on any of your burgers. My favorite was the grilled onions.
I got the veggie burger and added their sauce, which they call relish, their Burgermaster sauce. So it was yummy.
It was. So you and I met up with Alex Jensen, the owner, who was there and just working so hard on the first few moments of their service. It was amazing. He was already quite focused on both the quality of the food and then the speed with which they could move customers through to in their drive-throughs. So it was really cool to kind of see what his priorities were when he was looking for as they did the soft opening. He mentioned, so it's drive-through at this point. He was mentioning they're working on maybe a walk-up window. And then what I was excited about was perhaps delivery options at some point. So we'll stay tuned for that.
That will be great.
Yeah. And then you and I made our way to the back of Burgermaster because we heard a rumor of another celebrity that was there in the back of Burgermaster. So Alex, the owner, his grandmother, her name is Mary. We found her parked in a car with some family members, just sitting back and watching all of the excitement happen. She's 104 years old.
She did not look a day over 70. I got to tell you, those burgers must do her well.
I agree. She was so lovely and chatted with us for a few minutes. She's infamous for designing all of the gardens on each of the sites of the Burgermasters and also all of their really classic holiday decor. So it was just such a treat to meet her and see that she was still there enjoying the excitement of another Burgermaster opening. So very cool. Yeah.
Did you see the flowers in the, I'm sorry, did you see the flowers in the drive-through? So there's right before you talk to the person to get your order, they actually put like a horse trough of some really beautiful flowers. So I have a feeling she's got her touch already on the Issaquah location. So excited to see what comes.
That's wonderful. So she was married to the original founder. His name was Phil. So this is still very much a family affair. So we're really excited again to welcome Burgermaster to the area. For those that don't know, which I'm not sure who doesn't know anymore in Issaquah, but they're at the old Triple X location, so on Gilman, and we're quite thrilled and excited for them to open their actual restaurant instead of just the food truck next year. So we'll keep you tuned. We saw construction was underway, so things are happening on the site.
Yes, that the building was gutted out, and they're going to make that pretty amazing. So here we go.
Can't wait. All right, so let's turn some other business news. So we had talked a bit last time. So Leathers Furniture Gallery has a temporary showroom at the old Bartels. Is that right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So that the time was an idea, and they are moving forward with that. So look for that soon. And again, that's just temporary right before the holidays. And another business that's recently opened up that we mentioned, they opened up earlier this month, is Muay Thai Martial Arts. So that's on Mall Street and SR 900 in the former Rada Paint Store. Yeah. So you can sign up for classes online and see what kind of options they have. So really excited to welcome them to our business community.
That's great. So then there's a lot of other businesses that are they're working on tenant improvements. There's a lot of dust in the air, should we say, as there's a lot of renovations happening. And the list kept growing as we were preparing for our podcast. So let's check in on Barnes & Noble. I know we always tease a lot of these without a lot of updates, but I think work's happening. I saw something going on.
Yeah. So the shopping center has been doing the facade improvement on the outside of all the buildings there. But Barnes & Noble received their permits, and they're starting to work in interior. I don't think they're going to be open for this holiday season, but we're doing all we can to hopefully see them open as soon as possible. So again, this is part of that longevity of we hear about something, it announces, they go through permitting, they do construction, and all of those parts take a while. So we're glad that our listeners are excited about things and continue with us on the journey. So
that's great. And then Planet Fitness over at Pickering Place, which is near PCC, they're doing some interior demo too. So work is underway there. Exactly. And then Kumon is also doing some improvements for their new space in the Issaquah Highlands, which is kind of near Ben and Jerry's and the Harborstone Credit Union.
It's in that building area itself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's the latest with H Mart? That's been another one that we've announced, and then I haven't heard a whole lot lately.
Yes. So they picked up their permits too. And so they are going to start construction again. Imagine turning a big box empty store into grocery store, which has refrigeration and all the things in the back room that you need to have. So very excited to see that started moving. So cross fingers, we'll see that open early to mid 2025. And then right next to there in the previous Pier 1, Mayari Foods is also doing work to open as well. So again, that back area is going to be so much more robust as far as people coming by to check things out. So Gerks and other PetSmart back there is going to see a lot more traffic, I have a feeling. So we're excited to see some new things happening there.
A lot of ribbon cuttings happening, I think, in Issaquah's future here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, another one piques my interest. What's going on with the Starbucks on East Lake Sammamish Parkway?
Yeah, so they're just doing an interior remodel, and so they because they do this in multiple stores, they move a little quicker. They have the same kind of interior layout as a lot of their stores. So what we're hoping to see them open soon. If by the time this comes out, they may be open.
That's great. All right, so things are also feeling a little spooky in Issaquah lately. I love seeing all the decorations out in neighborhoods. People are getting excited for Halloween. There are also a ton of events happening. I think more than I can ever remember in Issaquah to celebrate Halloween, which is just so fun to see, especially after, coming out of the pandemic. We were as a city thinking about how can we best ensure people can still connect during some of these holidays, and we did boo kits and tried to think of other ways people could connect. But now that people are out and about, the events are just there are so many. I mean, alone on October 26th, you could wake up until you go to bed and be doing some kind of event in Issaquah around Halloween. So a few that we will mention, for the city, we're hosting a farmer's market on the 26th. It's a special fall market from 9 to 2 with some really fun extra fall surprises, and that's free as always. So stop by Pickering Barn. And then also Boo at the Barn is happening the same day. Last year, there was a ton of people that showed up. That was our first year in hosting Boo at the Barn. And the excitement and the attendance was just amazing. So this year, we're trying out something new where we're doing phases. So you can register ahead of time and pick a slot. And oftentimes that's based on kind of the age of the children that you're bringing. So there's a morning session, kind of middle of the day session, and then an evening spooky session. The last two sessions do have the kind of a spooky trail that you can walk through, which is very fun. The evening session is the one where, there might be some scares along the way. So make sure to check out the city's website and register for whatever time slot works best for your family. And then food vendors will be on site as well, starting at 3. So you can also get some food and drink while you're at the event. But that's just what the city's hosting. There are plenty of other events going on in the community. Do you want to list a few other ones? Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go to the Halloween at Cougar Mountain Zoo. They're having a special event. And Issaquah School District is doing a Monster Mash 5K that starts at Lake Samantha State Park. So that's something to kind of get your morning going. And if you've been eating a lot of candy already, you can work it off. And then there's always the zombie walk in downtown, which has been a favorite of many people in the community. I think this is maybe new this year, but the Tract, like a tractor or treat at Infinity Farms, is doing an event. And then I love this, that they're doing a teen goth night at the garage. And so that's the teen center near the community center. So again, all of those are just on Saturday. Like Autumn said, you get up and you go to all day. Yeah. But there's another spooky one that's both Saturday and Sunday. It's guided cemetery tours by the Issaquah History Museums. And so so between the spooky haunted trail and going to a guided cemetery tour, it could be, you can find some scariness here.
I have always wanted to go on the History Museum cemetery tour. And some year I will do it. My husband and I did the virtual one during the pandemic. So the History Museums hosted one online. And, we saw some pictures of the tombstones and then heard a lot of the stories. The storytelling is just amazing to hear about Issaquah back when, and just to have some, detail and specifics about people's lives way back when. It was just fascinating. So I definitely would love to add the extra vibe of touring the cemetery and being there with others and hearing more about Issaquah's history. So definitely would encourage it. It's really cool. All right. So then on Halloween night, the fun continues. So Gilman Village has their Halloween treats and sweets. I was just at Gilman Village a few weeks ago, and they have pictures from some of their old Halloween events over the years. I mean, it's a tradition for years and years to go to Gilman Village and do some trick-or-treating. And then this was cute. So Brick or Treat at the Bricks and Minifigs, which is the Lego store that opened at Meadows, is also having some weekend activities. So check that out as well. So we just listed a ton of stuff without a whole lot of specifics. That was a lot for, the next several days. But you can check out all of these events. They're listed on a great calendar at visitIssaquahwa.com. So that's a great way to kind of organize all the Halloween and spooky fun that you want for you or your family. So enjoy. Have a lot of fun in Issaquah over the next couple of weeks. So now stay tuned for our spotlight on Being Salon, which is located in Sola Salon in Issaquah Highlands. Let's check it out.
The name of our salon is Being Salon. And the reason why we named it that is because we want for our guests to enjoy the art of just being. You can be authentically you. You can be yourself. You just come in here, relax, have a beverage, get your hair done.
So you are greeted with a smile at the door. You are then offered a complimentary beverage. Cheers. And then I love to get to know you as a client, and I want to understand what your lifestyle is, because that kind of creates a map of which direction I'm going to go. One of the highlights that my clients always rave about are the shampoos.
Every time.
So you get a very relaxing 5-minute head massage, followed with a complimentary deep conditioning treatment. And then we come back to the chair and we get you styled.
Both Quincy and Mo bring you in like family. So when you sit in their salon, you feel like family. I definitely get my hair done probably every 3 weeks, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, because when I'm here, the experience is calm, it's classy, it's family, it's therapy. Mo and Quincy are such an asset to the Issaquah area and the clients that they serve.
Quincy is he is the one that will just like fly. Where for me, I have to make sure every little thing is planned out correctly.
I'm already out the window.
And he is like already gone.
What makes us extra special, just a little extra layer, is that we are a husband-wife team where majority women owned, because she owns 51%. We're also Black owned. And I know that it's really important for us to have people that can see that we're here in these spaces as well.
Sometimes my guests sit in my chair for 3-4 hours, sometimes even just 30 minutes to an hour. But here, once that door is closed, you just get a chance just to be yourself, authentically you, but you just get a chance just to be. And then once you walk out that door, yeah, then it's back to the real world.
With great hair. Great hair. Oh my gosh.
And then with gray hair, yes.
All right, that was a fun little spotlight. I would love to go check it out. Have you heard more about kind of what's going on in that location?
Well, it's a really cool spot where individuals can rent out a small space, as you see, to do their salon activities, right? And so, variety of small business owners, right, that are salon hairstylists, nails, etc. And so I know for Being Salon, one of my friends mentioned that she goes there and just loves that couple. So really excited that we could introduce them to the broader community. And I have a feeling they'll be getting involved.
That's so great. All right. Well, that's a wrap on this edition of Issaquah Buzz. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know if you have a favorite business or hear some gossip that you'd like us to track down at ed@issaquahwa.gov. Thanks again.
Thanks.